Hello, welcome back to Overwatch Psych. Well, in today's video, we're going to go through chaining two bugs. One is going to be an open redirect, another one is going to be a DOM cross-site scripting. Well, let's not waste time and get started. Well, I've got two tabs open. I've got the green one. This is going to be our victim's browser. The red one is going to be our attacker browser. So we're not logged in either of these two applications. So first, I'm gonna try and create an account. So just gonna give it a name. Let me say victim, or let me just give it a user and password. Not gonna save it. Okay. So now we are logged in. We can see the profile. This is the user, the given email. We can see the given email, the member, and all the users' details right here. First, let's start to and understand how the session is handled. Okay. I'm gonna open the inspector and I'm gonna navigate to the storage. And we can see the cookies. We've got two cookies. We've got the auth token here, HTTP only, and secure is false. Same with the remember token. So both tokens are not secure. That means if we can find a cross-site script, and we can read the cookies, the authentication cookies. Now I'm going to close this, and this bug, I found it on a subdomain. So I had the original, the base or the main website or the main web application running, and the open redirect was on the subdomain. The subdomain was a loader. It was a loader. In here, I'm just going to treat it as the same thing. All right. So what we just experienced is that the loader redirected us back to the base or the main web application. Now we have to understand that loader. Just gonna try and say loader and do this. On the loader, what we can see is that we can enter parameters. We can enter the next parameter. This is where the request has to go. By default, it goes to the base, as we have seen. Then we've got the banner text. And we also have the timeout. By default, the timeout is 3 seconds. And we've got a hard-coded UTM source. However, when we redirect to the next application, it actually updates the window location. So it takes the next and it concatenates it with the query parameter of UTM source and attach the value of the UTM source configured or assigned here. One other thing to take note of is this part here. This part here. This is a DOM cross-site scripting. This value is not sanitized. We can enter anything here. We can put any HTML tag and it will render as this is not sanitized. This is injected into the inner HTML. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to try and test if this works. First, we're going to try with the open redirect. I'm going to open Kaido and I'm going to grab a URL here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to try this. We're going to say loader and let's give it a next. here and let's copy that. So you can see we're being redirected to the supplied uh, URL, and it attaches the UTM source. Now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna try it again, and we're gonna say timeout duration. We're gonna give it 10 seconds. And another thing that we can observe is that when the banner text is not supplied, it uses the next parameter value as the banner text. Now we've got an open redirect, a possible DOM cross-site scripting, and unprotected cookies in the browser. What we're going to do next is to test um, the banner text. Let's try and test the banner text. So we do have the next value, and we can say banner text. Let's say it's I'm gonna underline like that. All right. What we have now is that we've proven that we do have a cross-site scripting, as this is underlined right there, and our destination is the next value. That is the next query parameter we've supplied. So now we've got three things. We've got confirmed three things: unauthenticated, unprotected cookie values. We've got a DOM cross-site scripting, and we do have an open redirect. So we need to change this. So what happens here is that we confuse the WAF with the cases. All right, so this is an image, but we started with a capital letter R. So it's an image source. Then we say on cross-site scripting. Then we say on error, update the UTM source into we URL encode this. So essentially what happens is that we're going to supply this URL to the victim. Okay. Then what happens is that the victim is going to see that they are being redirected. What we can do is that we can host a server where we grab the cookies and redirect the user back to the original or the main application. And on their part, it will look like nothing happened. Seconds. All right, there we have it. So now we can see all the requests that came in. And the last one, we can grab this here. And now what we do is that we're gonna open CyberChef. We open CyberChef. We put this here. Remember, it is first we URL decoded. Oh, not URL decoded. We base64 decoded. Then we URL decoded. Okay. So now what we have is that we've got this auth this cookies. We do have the remember token, and we've got the auth token. Now we're gonna come back here. Okay, we're still not signed in. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna say cookie editor. I'm just gonna do this. Copy. Then in here I'm gonna say add, paste the value, and we're gonna start with the remember token. Okay, so to remove it then and take that with us. Then this one we save. Then come back again, do the same. This time take that with us. like that. Now we do have the auth token and the, okay, let's do that, save, and the remember token. Now we refresh the page. When we refresh the page, we can see that now we are logged in as the Black Cicada user. And we now have access to the entire account. This is an account takeover. So we took another user's account by chaining two bugs: a cross-site scripting, a DOM cross-site scripting, and an open redirect. Okay, well, thank you for taking along on this lab, and I'll see you in the next video.